Thanks for joining me. This is John Torres, Infotech Yeti and at infotechyeti.com. Today we're doing a full review of the LUZZ Pickleball ProCanon Paddle. Full disclosure, they did send me this paddle for a full review. This is not sponsored by them. No money was exchanged, and these opinions are my own. But if you use my discount code TechYeti when purchasing a paddle, you get a discount and I get an incentive in return, which helps create more paddle reviews like this one. So let's get right to it. First things first, let's talk about power. This paddle makes the ball sing. I mean, I was hitting against the wall once I got it, and I can hear the pickleball make that whistle sound, which tells me this paddle has some serious power. I played roughly around 10 hours with this paddle, and I noticed that I was able to show some control towards the end. But I'm going to tell you honest, this paddle is not for a beginner. But that's really hard for me to say this because the paddle price is only $109 before discount code, which brings it down to maybe about $94. If you're wanting a loud sounding paddle and you can't generate your own power, it did take me at least 2 weeks to really hone in the control for this here. I'd say maybe it might be for you. But again, earlier this week, the serves and returns, they were going out of bounds. I mean, it was really hard for me to tame this. I couldn't really control this paddle at all. I figured it out. Last night I was able to get with the fellas and it was doing exactly what I wanted. I love the power of this paddle, but it's really gonna take some finesse and control for you to do that. Next, let's talk about the 3Ds. Dinks, drives, and drops. First, let's talk about Dinks. This is a beautiful sounding paddle for Dinks. Again, if you want a loud paddle like that has a knocking, thud sound, this is going to be right up your alley. However, if you prefer a plush paddle, this is not going to give you what you're expecting. I love how it plays, but it's definitely taking some time to get used to the backhand dink. I prefer a shorter handle length, but because it has a longer handle length, it worked really well for the top spin backhand dinks. Overall, I think this paddle works beautiful, along with the sound to take those dinks out of the air, man. This works beautiful. All you gotta do is lay your paddle out there and you're good. I say overall, 2 thumbs up for the response and the sound and the feel of dinks. It's really good. Drives. Let's talk about how it plays when hitting returns and spins. I was concerned with that as well while I was playing because of the power that the ball was not going to stay in bounds. Paddle delivers the best on power. Now, is it going to provide what I was looking for, hitting drives down the baseline? This thing really excels for that. So if you're an advanced or a pro and you really have an aggressive game, this is going to provide what you're looking for those drives. So when you're hitting the serve, you get the return, you want to hit that top spin. I was concerned, will this provide the spin that I need? According to their website, LUZZ claims that this has a 2252 RPM for spin. That's really good. And I can attest to that. I was asking some of my fellas, what do you think about the paddle and spin? They were liking it. It was really gritty. I actually had to clean it like 2-3 times already because how much it collects with ball dust. I say for drives, it's a thumbs up. It's pretty good. Again, you still have to control it. It's going to take some time for that. Next, let's talk about drops. This is a reset king for drops with a caviar. I love how this responds, but it needs weight to keep it more stable. Because of the twist weight, it needs to be a little bit more better balanced. So I have to buy some tape. I haven't purchased Pickleball Effects tape yet because I ran out. I'm gonna apply it to this sections here because it needs a little bit more better balance when you're using your backhand or forehand. Overall, I think this works beautiful for getting those drips and drops over the net. With the caveat that there are some times that I was definitely popping it a little too high and people were able to kind of hit it really hard in return. So it does make some transitions really difficult at times, but overall it was working really well. Some of my best drops that I've done from long or cross court were provided by this paddle. Let's talk about specs real quick. I'm not gonna bore you too much about it. It's small little details about the paddle. Handle length, according to LUZZ, is a 5.5 1-inch handle length, which feels longer because of how the taper is smaller. It looks like they took a little bit more face from the bottom for that. Some fellows were saying, wow, this paddle looks like it has a small face, which in some ways it does, but it's still not by a margin. It says 5.51. So if you're looking for a long handle length, you got it here. Works really great for the two-handed backhand returns and dinks. Really recommend it if you're looking for that. I do like the grip circumference. I thought I wasn't going to be a fan. It is a 4.25. Is it not going to feel good? I've tried another paddle that I just got recently and I wasn't a fan. This is beautiful. I feel like I wasn't getting any vibrations. LUZZ Pickleball claims that they have a 3D micro cooling channels, which provides like a shock absorption gel in the layer inside. This thing provides great absorption. I don't feel any vibrations when hitting hard shots or dinks. I give it a thumbs up for that. Next, let's talk about the warranty. I haven't heard too much about this online, but I did some research before I did this video and I reached out to LUZZ, say, hey, is this true? Is this still accurate? And yes, LUZZ provides out of the bag when you purchase it for $109, a 1-year warranty. I mean, there's companies that sell paddles for $90 after discount. They only give you 3 months, 6 months. This is really a good value, especially for a Gen 3 paddle, because we're not sure how the durability is going to be. But at this point, for 1 year, you're covered. If you're concerned and you're playing multiple times a week, that is a great buy. Secondly, I found on their website, they provide, I think, what they call LUZZ Care. You can extend the warranty of your paddle just for $30 to 2 years. So 2 years before discount code, you get a paddle for $140 that provides power and spin. And guess what? It is dual certified. So if you're somebody that has to play with a certified paddle by the UPA and you're playing those sanctioned tournaments and PPA, you're a pro or looking for a paddle that's certified, this is what you're looking for. You don't have to spend $300 to get a paddle. You can get one, play the games you have to, and you're all set. So dual certification for $109 for 1 year, $140 for 2 years. This is a great value. Last but not least, let's talk about who is this paddle for. I probably said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again. This paddle really targets the pro. This is really for a professional athlete that's playing in UPA-sanctioned tournaments, PPA, and other events that are requiring you to have a specific paddle certified for those events. I think also this is definitely for the advanced player because of the power and control and pop. If you're looking to get into becoming a pro, this is something I would definitely encourage you to get because for the price, you can't go wrong. I would also say I'm an intermediate player. This would be maybe for a high intermediate that's looking to get better in their game. They're looking for those paddles. Again, you don't want to spend or you can't afford $280 or anything over $200. This is the best budget friendly paddle that you can get right now. Overall, I really love this paddle. Definitely took me some time to get used to it. I'd say at least 3 to 4 nights of games. I play roughly around 3 hours every night and not including hitting against the wall at home. It's definitely taking some time to get used to this, but I'm really liking the power, the pop, and so far so good. I haven't seen any issues with the paddle. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave it in the comments down below. Click on a thumbs up. But overall, thanks for LUZZ Pickleball for sending me this paddle. For now, this is going to be my main. Till next time, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.